on Hawaiian punch. Know you like all this gush. Oh no, you can't get enough. Sipping on Hawaiian punch. Ay.
Hey, my name is Adeline Warren, and you're listening to Girl Talk. I like to say that I'm the big sister of the internet. You can watch me fuck up all you want, but hey, maybe we can learn something from it. I hope you enjoy. Hey bitch, I hope that you're doing well. Today I wanted to do a video that I've honestly been thinking about doing for a really long time, and I think that it's very important for everybody to do. And it's just a notes app of literally everything that you need in a partner. And I made this list, I want to say like 5 years ago. I don't know how many years ago I made this list. So I don't know, it could be funny. It could be funny to see like what I wanted back then versus like what I want right now, and like the things that I thought back then versus what I want right now. And I think it's also to just talk about it, because I feel like the thing that helped me with dating and figuring out like, you know, who I want to spend my time with, because they say that you become like the 3 people you hang around the most, and the person that you date is going to affect your life exponentially. I think making this list and really like sticking to it has really helped me and made me happier. It helped me find, you know, someone that I actually really love, and someone that I actually really respect, and someone that knows my boundaries, and someone that, you know, knows, you know, how to make me happy. So yeah, sorry I have a runny nose. I'm just getting over a cold, so that's why. But I accidentally edited it. I want to say this was like 2020 or like something around that range. Maybe even 20. So it had to be like 3 years ago. Okay, maybe 3 years ago. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yeah, we're talking each inch, each stitch, each tick, each facet, and each clasp that makes the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eye of eBay authenticators to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, and that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather, and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. On ZocDoc, you'll find quality doctors who can focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. Because when you go to the doctor, you want someone who will actually listen to what you want to say. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specific ones that use your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition under the sun that you're looking for. Now that I'm in Paris, my usual doctor is a little far away, but when I was in the States, ZocDoc was my go-to app for booking all of my doctor's appointments. So for those of you that are in the US, I definitely recommend downloading ZocDoc before your next doctor's visit. Go to ZocDoc.com/girltalk and download the ZocDoc app for free. Find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/girltalk, ZocDoc.com/girltalk. Don't let the summer funk ruin your summer fun. This year, it's time to summer-proof your body odor, and luckily, there's a solution. I'm so excited to tell you about Lumi, which is the whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who developed a uniquely formulated pH-balanced deodorant. It's aluminum-free, skin-safe, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. 12 hours after a shower, the average person has an odor level of like a 6 or a 10. With a Lumi, the average odor level is a 0 out of 10. I love Lumi's whole body deodorant. It really has been a lifesaver during these hot summer months, especially the Paris summer heat waves. The clean tangerine scent smells so good.
So you might be asking, what makes Lumi different from the other brands? First of all, it's a whole body deodorant. It's the first of its kind. Lumi is seriously safe to put anywhere in your body, your pits, your thigh folds, your belly button, feet, and beyond. So Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like a mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. So as a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi Starter Pack with the code GIRLTALK at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your first starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK.
Say my name when you go in it. 3 times like you're superstitious.
But these are things that I wrote down of what I need in a partner. I also think that this is funny because I was just watching a Kardashian episode and she was like writing down all the things that she wants in a partner. And I'm like, it's kind of fun to like see what people's lists are. And like, you know, it's kind of like what's in my bag. It's like, it doesn't really benefit your life in any kind of way, but it's like interesting to know like what's in someone's bag or like what someone's needs are in like a partner. So anyways, let's dive right into it. Things that I need in a partner. A lot of these are like the bare minimum, but I'm just going to say it. I put takes responsibility for their own mental health. Honestly, period, because a lot of people don't. And I feel like there were times where I felt like I was like the therapist or I was like the mother. And I'm like, girl, you better figure your shit out at least a little bit. I'm going to be there for you if we're in like a partnership or if we're together. But it's like, girl, figure your shit out, you know? Take responsibility for your own mental health. Cannot be sexist, racist, or homophobic. The bare minimum, but we have to put it. Has the same views that I do. Very important. Like I feel like kids, family, even like religious views, everything. Has ambitions and goals. Busy but able to schedule dates. Dates are so important to me. I hate the feeling of like, you know, asking someone to like go out and like, you know, I want to be my feminine energy. I want you to like, you know, ask me and like, I want you to like chase me, you know. Spontaneous, adventurous, business savvy, gets along with my family, gets along with my friends, likes dogs, very important. Happy to see me, happy to text me, like, girl, these are all the bare minimum. Responsible, doesn't cancel plans, also very important. Reliable, able to travel, okay with me traveling a lot, to like Toronto, LA, whatever it is. Likes showing affection like PDA, compliments me, likes going out, likes the city life. I feel like I always like come across these country ass fucking dudes that just love the country and like blah, blah, blah. That's not even my type, girl. Something about it. Like I always just attract them. So likes the city life, appreciates when I do something for them, gives without expecting anything in return, gives Christmas presents and birthday presents to both me and my family. Because, okay, in the past, there have been times where like I will give them a birthday present or I will give them a Christmas present and they'll like also, you know, be cute because I'm fucking cute like that. I would give them their mom and dad Christmas presents and their mom and dad birthday presents. And then leaving that relationship, I'm like, damn, they fully have never done that once. Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I think it's just like taking a step back and realizing like, you know, I'm the type of person where like I like to give and not expect anything in return, but it's like it comes to a point where it's like, is it equal? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I feel like in any relationship, not everything is 100% 50-50. Not everything is 50-50 with everything. With like, you know, payments and money and, you know, doing the dishes and like, you know, the laundry and, you know, taking care of the kids and, you know, whatever it is, it's never going to be 50-50. Sometimes it'll be 40-60. Sometimes it'll be 60-40. Sometimes it'll be 80-20 and an 80-20 in other places. But I think at the end of the day, things have to be kind of equal. You know, maybe you're not spending the same amount that they're spending, but maybe you're putting the time and effort into like cleaning and like, you know, taking care of, you know, the dog or like, you know, whatever it is. And at the end of the day, it's 50-50. I think something like that. Has good energy, no fragile masculinity, because I am a whole lot to handle and I need like a man or a woman that's really in their masculine energy and like wants to take care of me because I mean, I've dived into this topic with my like life coach, and she was like, I feel like you're very particular about these things because of basically you taking care of your caregivers. Like, I'm at a point in my life where I take care of my family. My family lives in my house, and I pay for my family's groceries and my family's HelloFresh. And I'm essentially a caretaker for a lot of people in my life. And something that's very important to me is someone that can just take care of me. And I feel like I just get very sensitive about this kind of topic. It's always been something that's important to me. Just the feeling of just being taken care of. So no fragile masculinity. That's a huge thing for me. I love being in my feminine energy in a relationship. So it's very important to me, that one. The next one is thoughtful, doesn't care about money or the value of things. I feel like I think I just like have a very tricky relationship with money because I really didn't grow up with much. And I had to learn all of these things about money on my own. And I feel like I grew up with people who, you know, cared a lot about the value of things, and almost in like a negative way. Like, for example, there would be times where, you know, I was working super hard. Like, there would be days on YouTube where I would literally work for 24 hours and pull all-nighters and hand brand deals in and be the producer, be the editor, be the, you know, the actress, the person who writes the script, do everything. There'd be days where I would literally work 24 hours straight, no sleep. And all of my friends would like buy cute designer things. So I was like, you know what? I've been eyeing this for a long time. At the time, I never bought designer things. I've been eyeing this, like these Chanel shoes for like the longest time. And I told my like significant other at the time, I'm like, I really want these shoes. You know, they're only $900. And he kind of just like snaps back at me and he's like, only $900? Like, who do you think you are that you know, you think that it's only $900? Like, $900 is a lot of money. Like, you shouldn't be spending your money like this. Like, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. I think it was just like tiny instances like this where my perception of money just is weird and like fragile. And hey, I'm like all for saving your money and I'm all for investing your money, but I also do believe that, you know, you earn your money and you can spend it however the fuck you want. If you don't want to invest your money, fuck it. You earn your money. You own it. You have it. So if you want a massage, then get a fucking massage. If you want the Chanel shoes, get the fucking Chanel shoes. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. But I think someone that kind of, you know, treats money in a healthy way and looks at money in a healthy way, because I feel like I've had such an unhealthy relationship with money for a long time. I think that's what I meant by that. Doesn't care about money or the value of things. Next up, I put can't drink too much. No alcoholics. Cannot smoke or do drugs too much. Likes traveling. Is weird and silly. Supportive of my career and goals. Dominant. Like masculine. Plans things and tells me what to do. And takes initiative. Which I think is just like being masculine. And then I put nice to waiters, speaks multiple languages. That's so funny. Okay, so I put it down. I made this list in 2019. Don't let the summer funk ruin your summer fun. This year, it's time to summer-proof your body odor, and luckily, there's a solution. I'm so excited to tell you about Lumi, which is the whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who developed a uniquely formulated pH-balanced deodorant. It's aluminum-free, skin-safe, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. 12 hours after a shower, the average person has an odor level of like a 6 or a 10. With a Lumi, the average odor level is a 0 out of 10. I love Lumi's whole body deodorant. It really has been a lifesaver during these hot summer months, especially the Paris summer heat waves. The clean tangerine scent smells so good. So you might be asking, what makes Lumi different from the other brands? First of all, it's a whole body deodorant. It's the first of its kind. Lumi is seriously safe to put anywhere in your body, your pits, your thigh folds, your belly button, feet, and beyond. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. And unlike some deodorants that try to mask the odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. So it's more like pre-deodorant. Aluminum-free, baking soda free, and paraben-free. It's pH balanced for safe use below the belt. Choose a variety of fresh scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut. So Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like a mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. So as a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi Starter Pack with the code GIRLTALK at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your first starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK.
Say my name when you go in it. 3 times like
But yeah, that was my list. And I feel like there's, in some of those, they're absolute deal breakers. Like, of course, I think you should actually, split them up in like deal breakers versus not deal breakers. Like for me, deal breakers are takes responsibility for their mental health, cannot be sexist, cannot be homophobic, cannot be racist, has the same views that I do, has ambitions and goals, is supportive of my career. These are all like 100% deal breakers. And if they don't do this, then I don't want them to be my partner. And then things that are like not deal breakers is like, the city life, likes the city life. I can negotiate on that. Actually, all of these are very, all of these are pretty important to me. I mean, spontaneous, adventurous. I mean, I do like those qualities, but I wouldn't say it's like a deal breaker. But I don't know. I think a lot of these, I honestly think are deal breakers. But I don't know. What do you think about my list? Do you think that it's good? Do you think that it's bad? I feel like writing these lists are really good. And honestly, I feel like my boyfriend today ticks off, I would say, pretty much all of these boxes. So I think I kind of like, kind of manifested him in some sort of weird way, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I 100%, if you haven't made a list like this, 100% I recommend you doing this, because your dream man is out there, girl. You just have to like manifest him and put it on paper and ask the universe for it. You can't just like, go about life and life happens to you. Make shit happen. Next up, this segment of What Would Rihanna Do? I asked you guys some questions on my spam account. It's not Adeline. And here are some of your questions that are anonymous. Someone said, how can I make myself orgasm? So these are some very basic things, but I think it's 80% of women don't actually orgasm through the vagina. They actually orgasm only through the clit. So let's start out with that. Majority of women can only orgasm through the clit. So whether you're doing it by yourself or with a partner, it's always nice to like, have toys. What's actually really fun and is pretty affordable is like a cock ring, if you've ever tried it. Sometimes they come with the condoms and it like comes with it. And it's just basically, it's a ring that goes over their penis and it has a little vibrator. So every time they use it, like stimulates your clit. Also, just using a vibrator while having sex. I think that's so fun. And it's a great way. And like, honestly, bitch, if you're going down on them, they should be going down on you too. 100%. 100%. It needs to be 50-50. I feel like there's so many times where like I would go down, I would go down, I would go down, I would go down, to the point where I like lost count and I'm like, damn, I'm like always going down on you. You're never going down on me. So I don't know. When I was single, whenever I'd hook up with people, I always made sure that they did it first, because ain't no way in hell that I'm doing it to you and you're not doing it to me. So, but how to make myself orgasm? I think just experimenting by yourself. Get a toy. You know, I found this like super cute rose vibrator. I posted it on my spam account, but it was like a $25 rose vibrator. It's so fucking cute. It's not intimidating at all. And it's pretty quiet. It just does little air pulsations. So cute. Gets the job done. And you just put it over. Get yourself in the mood. You can light some candles. You can, you know, dim the lights. Whatever it is. Put some music on. Whatever it is that gets you in the mood. And just figure it out. And then express it to your partner what you like. I think so many people get so shy, like telling people what they like in bed. But if anything, it's hot. I love when people, I mean, think about it. When people tell you to do things in bed, like, don't you just love it? Like, they're communicating what they like and you can get them off and you have better sex. Like, communicate what you like and communicate what you want them to do. Best. And I promise you'll eventually orgasm, girl. Someone says, what's the best way to remove hair? Middle Eastern woman who has dark hair everywhere. Girl, laser changed my life. Life. Just make sure that you go to a good laser place, because there was a point where I forget there's different laser machines and they're all called different things, but there was one where it zaps. And that one didn't do much for me. Specifically the soprano laser. I don't know if you can like Google soprano laser near me, but that's one where it's a continuous zap, like zzz. That one is the best for me, and it got rid of a lot of my hair. I haven't shaved in a while, and even my like leg hair. Like, girl, I used to have a 5 o'clock shadow on my armpits, even like down there. And I got a whole package. You can even go to a place where like the girls do it at their house and it's cheaper. And laser changed my life. It used to be one of the things I was like the most insecure about. Love laser. And honestly, people are like, oh, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? I feel like waxing hurts more if you've ever done waxing, if to put it into comparison. But shaving, laser is my go-to. Next up, someone said, how do you not get bored living alone in Paris? I do, bitch. Trust me, I fucking do. I get super fucking bored. But I feel like the things that help me stay sane and feel normal are having like a morning and a night routine. So I just got back in the habit of going to Pilates. That's why I'm wearing my workout set, my 437 workout set. But I got in the habit of going to Pilates. I have my coffee shop that I go to every day, and I started making friends with the coffee shop. And I make a to-do list of things that I want to do each day. I take Blue for a walk every day. I will like schedule times when I want to like read my book or like find my to-do list of like things, my Paris bucket list. Oh my God, I saw this on TikTok and it was like, summers aren't as fun anymore because we're not making those summer bucket lists that we used to back in the day. You know, the colorful like summer bucket lists. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Why did we stop doing that? I fucking love that shit. So I made my own like Paris like summer bucket list and like things that I want to do. And just like checking it off. Getting used to doing things by myself. Like I went to the movies by myself and it was so weird, but it was so much fun. Going to a park by myself, even with Blue, trying new bookstores by myself. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those things, like a morning and a night routine, every night I, you know, try to make some sort of food. I like will watch my little like, you know, Kardashians or like a show right before bed and like unwind and take my makeup off, take a shower, whatever it is, take Blue out to go pee. I feel like the morning and night routine helps me stay sane. But I have been going a little insane here. That's why I've decided to like cut my trip short. Originally, I actually planned on living here like 6 months out of the year. Because I think as a Canadian, you're allowed 180 days within you're allowed 90 days within 180. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think I mean, I don't want to make this like a whole thing like in the episode, but I basically kind of like broke down last week because I was like physically ill. I was sick. I was so behind on so many of my brand deals, and my manager and my assistant were like, you know, telling me like, Adeline, like, you know, we're behind on this. We need to get this done. And I was like, guys, I love you, but I'm physically like ill. I'm sick. I can't do this voiceover. I'm going to be sniffling my nose. My nose is all plugged and I sound nasally. Like I can't do these like things. Like I look like shit. I feel like shit. I can't get these things done. I know that they're due, but like I literally can't. And I like had a mental breakdown because I was like, I like need to make money. Like I whenever anything happens when it comes to like brand deals or anything like that, I just like think of my family, because even though my family is like my biggest motivator, and my family, you know, they help me through like the toughest times, but there's times where, you know, I'm like thinking of doing brand deals, or maybe like, you know, the product didn't come because I live in Paris and I have to sign for everything. And like, there's times where shit gets so frustrating. And I'm like, I can't stop working. Like I provide for my family. Like my family lives in my house. Like I can't stop. So there's times where I'm sick and I'm like, I just get so much anxiety because I want to work and I want to get this shit done. And I physically can't. And I think I just like had this huge mental breakdown, and I was like, guys, like I love you. I want to get this shit done. Trust me, I do. But I cannot. I'm sick. I need to get better. I need to sleep. Please, can you just like not talk to me until Monday? And I need just like a break to just like really focus on getting better, because me being sick doesn't benefit anyone. And me handing in brand deals with like a runny nose and you know, ill and like barely able to talk doesn't benefit anyone. And anything that I do, even just like brand deals and working with brands, I never want them to feel like I half-assed it. I feel like, you know, I could do these things and like do these brand deals while I'm sick, and then the brand's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like she's clearly like, I don't understand anything she's saying. Like her nose is plugged. Like she looks kind of like shit. I don't know. So I kind of like took a step back for a couple days, and I realized I'm like, it was always my dream to live in Paris, and I've always wanted to live here, and I paid the rent already. I can't even get the rent money back, but it's really taking a toll on my mental health. And even just like talking to my friends, like I can't talk to anyone until after 6 p.m. because that's when everyone wakes up. And talking to my boyfriend, it's hard to schedule times to like talk to each other and like do little FaceTime dates because of the time difference, and the 9-hour time difference. And even brand deals, like getting the products and like being able to shoot and handing things in on time, it's just been a lot. And even talking to my assistant, talking to my manager, I think like every week I would hop on calls at like 9 p.m. because of the time difference. And I think it has just been like taking a toll on me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to waste so much money in rent. And at first I was like, I just can't justify like wasting this much money in rent. But I just wasn't happy. And I realized that my happiness is worth spending money on, and maybe not looking at, you know, the money that I wasted on rent as like a waste, but more so just like a learning curve. Because everybody fucks up with money. And I feel like I used to like beat myself up over it and like be like, fuck, got a fucking parking ticket, just wasted $200. Or like, fuck, I thought that I was going to be here for like 6 months and I wasted all this money. Or like, fuck, I didn't know that you could save money with taxes and I wasted this much money, or whatever it is. Everybody fucks up with money, and I feel like I used to beat myself up over it. But at the end of the day, you have to just choose your happiness. And for me, I feel like Paris is taking a toll on me. There's days where I am in love with the city and I love the fashion and I love the people and I made some friends here and I'm so proud of myself and I'm learning French and I got my fucking Kelly bag and those are the things that I wanted. And then there's days where I'm like, fuck the French. They're so fucking rude. They're always staring at you. They treat you like shit if you don't speak French. Like there's days where it just really gets to me. And especially like not knowing the language and not being super fluent in it. Like I could get by in a conversation, but like if you talk really fast, like I have no fucking clue what you're saying. And then French people can be very rude. And there's times where like the city really gets to me and I just like have my mental breakdowns and I'm like, fuck, like moving to a completely new country is so frustrating and it's hard and it tore me apart and I broke down so many times, but hey, I've learned so much by doing this. I feel like I've engulfed myself in the French language and I've been able to learn so much about French. I've been able to learn so much about living by myself because it's my first time ever living by myself. I've been learning so much about like my habits and what makes me happy and like being around people and the people that I like to surround myself with. I've learned so much while being here. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities that moving to this city has, you know, given to me.
Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yeah, we're talking each inch, each stitch, each tick, each facet, and each clasp that makes the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eye of eBay authenticators to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, and that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather, and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. On ZocDoc, you'll find quality doctors who can focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. Because when you go to the doctor, you want someone who will actually listen to what you want to say. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specific ones that use your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition under the sun that you're looking for. Now that I'm in Paris, my usual doctor is a little far away, but when I was in the States, ZocDoc was my go-to app for booking all of my doctor's appointments. So for those of you that are in the US, I definitely recommend downloading ZocDoc before your next doctor's visit. On the app, you can choose from thousands of patient-reviewed doctors and specialists, browse doctor profiles, and upload and verify your insurance information and get the care you need. Go to ZocDoc.com/girltalk and download the ZocDoc app for free. Find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/girltalk, ZocDoc.com/girltalk. There are things that I wish that I did a little bit more. Like I wish that I went to the different countries more. I wish I went to like Switzerland and Spain and, you know, whatever. And I was like, fuck, like was this whole thing like a waste? But no, I feel like I've learned a lot and I've made a lot of amazing friends and I don't think it was a waste. And I have my whole life ahead of me. Like I really wanted to like explore all of Europe this summer, but I'm like, you know what? I'm 25 years old. I have my whole life ahead of me to explore the world. There's no rush. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of sad. And sometimes I feel like a failure because I'm like, damn, I really planned on like living here for a while and I really wanted to live here. And I feel like it almost makes me feel like I didn't, you know, conquer the city. Like the city, like ate me up and spat me out, you know? There's times where I feel like I like couldn't handle the city almost. But I don't know. I think it would be hard for anyone to move to a different country. And I shouldn't be so hard on myself. Moving to a different country where your family isn't, where your friends aren't, by yourself, like with your dog, like it's a lot for anybody. And I've learned a lot from it, and I think I've kind of like come to peace with it. And even though I am ending my trip early, I'm super happy with the summer, and I had the best time. And like, hey, if it all ends tomorrow, I had one hell of a ride, right? I had one hell of a ride, and I've always wanted to live in Paris ever since I was a little girl, and I fulfilled my childhood fantasies, and I'm so happy about everything. And I don't know, I think at the end of the day, I think I'm so hard on myself. Like, I told myself that I was going to do this, and I didn't do it, and like, fuck, like, sometimes I feel like I just failed. But like, looking at my camera roll and looking back at my life, I'm like, holy shit, like, maybe I didn't, do everything that I wanted to do. And like, I didn't 100% like succeed in my, European Paris, Adeline in Paris summer, but I had one fucking hell of a ride. Like, I've made so many friends. I've, met up with more people here than I have like living in LA. I've always wanted a Kelly bag, and I got my dream Kelly bag. I got a custom order Kelly bag. Like, who can say that? Like, that shit is so rare, and I'm so lucky to have done that. I've been to museums. I've been to south of France. I went to Italy with my friends. Like, I had so many fun nights here. I partied with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, what the fuck? Like, I literally, like, I'm so lucky that I went designer shopping in Paris. Like, isn't that like a fucking dream with your best friends? I brought my dog here. I've been on so many walks with Blue, and like I've taken Blue to so many parks. And I went to the Palace of Versailles and dressed up in like this, Baroque style dress, and like went to a ball. Like, what? Like, even though I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted on my like Paris or Europe, bucket list, there's so many things that I've done, and I'm so proud of myself. And like, I don't know, I think I just like, there's times where I'm so hard on myself, and I'm like, fuck, I failed. I had all these amazing things planned, but I think that's just, part of manifesting. I feel like, manifesting things, maybe you put in your journal, like, I want to make $100,000, or I want to make, let's say I want to make like $1 million, and like, you write it down in your journal, and you make this huge plan to make $1 million. And maybe at the end of the year, maybe you didn't hit $1 million. Maybe you hit like 500,000. You're like, fuck, I failed. But like, fuck, $500,000 is a lot of money, and you fucking did that. Like, I don't know. I think that's just like how I feel. It's like, maybe I didn't accomplish all of my goals, like crazy goals that I wanted to do this year. But like, fuck, I did so fucking much, like way more than like my childhood self could have ever dreamed of. Like living in Paris, like doing all of these crazy things. Like, I'm such an introvert at heart. Like, the fact that I moved here with like no one, and I made friends like in real life, like that shit is just crazy. Like, I've grown so much being here, and I've learned so much about myself, and I've fulfilled my like childhood fantasies. And I think I don't know, I think I'm just like really just taking it in, like patting myself on the back, because I feel like it's so common to just be so hard on yourself and be like, fuck, I didn't do it. But like, looking back at my camera roll and looking back at all the things that I've accomplished, I'm like, well, maybe I didn't do it all, but I look at all the things that I did, I don't know. I think I just needed to say that as like more for me than like saying it on the podcast, just like really, not being so hard on myself, and really patting myself on the back, and like, I can't believe that I did it, and I had all these crazy goals, and I didn't accomplish all of them, but I did some, and some I didn't even imagine that I could have done. Like, go to the Palace of Versailles, like, what? That wasn't even on my list, and like, I did it. That's crazy. Even just get a custom order mini Kelly. I didn't think that I would do it, and I did it. Like, it's crazy. I think that we can all kind of like take something from this, because You know, I feel like we all are our own worst critic. And there's times where you're like, fuck, like I really wanted to do this and I didn't do it. But like, look at all the things that you did do. And like, think of, you know, that 10-year-old self that, you know, would she be proud of you? She probably would. Like, you've survived 100% of all of the struggles that you've been through. You're alive. You're here today. And I think that's something worth celebrating. I don't know. We should celebrate ourselves more and not be so hard on ourselves because we deserve it. Next up, someone said, how to not get attached in a relationship and still enjoy your own company. Girl, that is so important. I feel like we all, I don't want to admit it, but at the end of the day, we all kind of like lose ourselves in a relationship sometimes. And it kind of sucks because like, you know, when you're single, you have all this time to spend time with yourself and go on dates with yourself and, you know, learn about yourself. And then once you get in a relationship, it's like you go on dates with the other person. You get to know the other person. You know, do things for the other person. You give gifts to the other person. You do XYZ for the other person. And you kind of forget about yourself. But at the end of the day, the relationship with yourself is the most valuable relationship that you'll ever have in your entire life. And for example, like my boyfriend, I told him that I really wanted, it's been my childhood dream to go to Paris and like live in Paris. And we had that difficult conversation where he was like, you know, do you still want to be together? Like, are we doing long distance? Like, you know, where's your head at? And, you know, I don't know. I do feel bad for making him go through all of that. But he's gone traveling for his work in the past, so I don't feel bad actually. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so important to go on dates with yourself. Schedule it. Like, put it in your Google Calendar. Like, ask yourself, write down on your notes app things that you've always wanted to do as a kid. And it can be so silly. Like, it can be watch Disney on Ice. I loved that shit as a kid. That would be so fucking fun to me, even still to this day. Go on a Disney cruise. Sorry, I'm a Disney adult. Be mad about it. Like, have a dog or get a dog. Go to an animal shelter. Like, volunteer at an animal shelter. Like, what were the things that made you so excited as a kid? Coloring? Maybe you buy yourself a coloring book and like spend the whole day coloring. Or is it, you know, driving? I've always wanted to drive my own car when I was younger. Or, you know, go on a staycation. You know, jump off a cliff into the water, like go cliff jumping. Like, what were the things that made you excited as a kid, and do them. Schedule them and don't cancel on yourself, because your relationship with yourself is the same as any relationship with any person. If you're always canceling on yourself, do you think you're going to like yourself? No. Schedule that shit, things you've always wanted to do as a kid, and like, don't cancel on yourself. Like, actually do them. But enjoying your own company, I would say, you know, have you ever wanted to learn French or like learn a language or whatever it is, fulfill that little fantasy that you have, and really make it a priority. Because when I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, I really want to move to Paris. Of course, it made him sad. But I think it almost made our relationship stronger. I almost feel like, you know, I feel like the Shakespeare quote, distance makes the heart grow fonder. It is true in some sense, but it isn't in other cases. I think it's like a balance. But, you know, what is more sexy than like seeing your partner thrive, or like seeing your partner learn something new, or seeing your partner win an award, or seeing your partner be the best version of themselves? How sexy is that? I don't know. So I feel like putting the time towards yourself, learning new things, getting that award, going after that goal, doing that whatever marathon, there's nothing sexier than seeing someone thrive and seeing someone's eyes light up when they talk about something. So put yourself first and don't feel bad about it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're listening to this podcast on YouTube, make sure you give it a like. Let me know any of your deal breakers for future partners or with your partner, or anything that I missed, or anything you think that I'm out of line. Let me know all of your opinions in the comments. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure to give this 5 stars. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. And I'm always here if you need to talk. Same place, same time. Love you guys. Bye.
Did you like that episode? I really hope that you did. If you haven't already, then make sure to watch last week's episode or the week after. Just click on the links, whatever it is. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Also, be sure to subscribe because it helps me a lot. But I love you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Feel it rush, sipping on Hawaiian punch. Squeeze the sides, feel it rush, sipping on Hawaiian punch. Know you like all this gush? Oh no, you can't get enough. Sipping.